My microphone is so good. Guys, everyone says, the reason my audio is different during the day and night is because I use one software program during the day and another one at night. But I have better microphone than anyone on TV, anyone on any podcast. Only Dan knows that. When I told Dan what kind of microphone I had, he said, shh. All right, let's listen to this. Another $1,200 down the tubes, but let's listen to a little bit more of the song. Can anyone... there is a giveaway coming up this week. YouTube told me if I did 2 videos with subscribers only and 2 posts with subscribers only, they would pay me enough to give away a silver bar. So there is going to be a giveaway this week. I want to let all the subscribers know, and it's not too late to become a subscriber. I'm going to make it happen, Captain. But can anyone guess what song that is? Hey, Mike Johnson! Can anyone guess what song that is? Can anyone guess what song that is? I paid $1,200 for the song. And remember, I went to real court, not YouTube court, when I bought the Star Spangled Banner. And those people folded like paper. Like paper. Once I went after the person that, God. Listen. This whole subdivision, the quietest Beckin, the nice subdivision, #1 in the U.S., it's turned into a war zone. Some guy called me out. He said, my dog might slip out of my hands. I said, well, my gun might slip out of its holster, jackass. Don't you understand? You will. You will understand. Because as soon as I take the dog out, I've got to take him out too, right? If not, I'm the one in trouble, right? I'm the one in trouble. All right, let's take a look. James Coppin, World News Report today. You can say it if you do. You probably know it. But let's see if anyone else knows. You know that song cost me $1,200, and oh God, the Suburbans are flying by outside. Let me say that when I bought the Star Spangled Banner and paid for it the right way, YouTube tried to strike all 40 of my videos with it, and I was going to put them all in jail, and we ended up in a real court case, if y'all remember that, and I still own it. I can still play it. They realized this jackass really paid for the song. Yeah, $1,200. I paid to use the song, right? Period. I wish I had a bong. I ain't having smoke, man. All right, let's get to counting here. Guys, the last time we counted volcanoes erupting and, major eruptions and minor eruptions around the globe was about 2 or 3 days ago, and we came up with 72. It's unbelievable. I would have never imagined We came up with 72. We went from, I think, 69 all-time high to 72. I think we've gone down, just taking a look at what I know to be fact. But what I will do is I'll count out loud and kind of, give you some drop points, right? So, with that said, everyone, please guess how many volcanoes are in full eruption and in minor eruption around the globe today, according to volcanodiscovery.denmark. Not me. Whoa. Forty right there. Wow. 40. 50 right there. 70 right there. So we have 71 volcanoes. 71 volcanoes erupting. If Teresa said 71, there's a problem here. 71 volcanoes! And that's only one lesson we had the other day. Love our Canadian friends. Let's get Trudeau out of there. I was actually going to type in Canada. So we've only had one other day with 72, we've been down as low as 38 this year. But, in fact, we have 72 yesterday, 2 days ago, now 71. Now, maybe I'm off, but that's our best guess. All right, so look at this stuff. You guys know it's not the weekend. And look, it's not even, well, it is. It's from today. We can tell because it's in red. Also, it's the last earthquake to actually be counted here. Canada does not show their earthquake activity with any other country. They're worse than China or Russia or anyone. That was a big one, right? That 5.1. And that was on the 8th, only 3 days ago. Let's make sure we all realize that. Regularly, we see more activity over here in the salt mines. We do see a big quake here, again on the 8th. We do have the moon coming in to line up with the sun and all the gas giants behind us. So in or around the 16th, in or around the 16th, 17th, we're going to have a shit show on our hands, guys. All right. Moving over to Volcanoes and Earthquakes.com. First, we're going to actually look at the 5.0s. We have a 5.2 here in Mexico, right there south of Mexico City, on that big earthquake here, South Sandwich Islands. Another volcano erupting here. Another 5.0 right here on the mid-Atlantic ridge of 5.5. Well, a lot of large quakes today, if you will. A 5.1 Indonesia, another 5.2 Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, a 5.3. I guess that will do us. We're going to go ahead and hit 4s, and I want to move directly. No, everyone's saying Yellowstone. You'll need to be worried about Jang, okay, whatever this caldera is here, y'all name it. Y'all tell me how to call it. Anyone wants to call in, you're welcome to. A 4-1, little swarm over it, a 4-0, a 4-0, and a 4-3. The biggest caldera on Earth, only the second biggest caldera in the solar system. Beyond what? The caldera on what? Does anyone know but me? Mars. Right? Mars. Alright. Real quick, we'll look around. Now, we saw the Dominican Republic hit hard yesterday. It's going in today with a 4.1 aftershock. We see Venezuela get hit with a 4.4. And right here, look. A 5.2, can't grab the aftershock, we'll grab it, go a little bit lower here. 4.4, 5.2. This can be hard to grab the other one. And a 4.1, Central America is all part of North America. Guatemala, 2 volcanoes, and a lot of the PM 2.5 that's actually disrupting the USA is coming from these 3 or 4 volcanoes from Mexico City south into Central America, which is all part of North America, right? And you can actually move all the way down into Nicaragua. These are all erupting. Couple of decent sized quakes, 4.1, 4.3, and these two will never do shit, like I told y'all. A 4.4 here in Venezuela, lots of stuff in Colombia and Ecuador, awakening, the Peruvian Chilean wedge. Bolivia doesn't have any coastline, they are part of the wedge. Argentina has no coastline. They are part of the wedge. And we're seeing a lot of activity there. I'm going to go ahead and back up. Y'all can see it's going to get ugly. When I turn them all on, it's going to get real ugly. The peninsula in Russia is really ugly here. There's actually 4 here, 5, 6, 7. 7 volcanoes erupting here with magma movement under them. This goes to the Hawaiian Islands here. This is where the most pressure on Earth is. The North American, Pacific, Eurasia, and Indonesia plate happen to be. This goes right into where they built a new nuclear power plant in Japan. Great move, guys, right? Russia's even reporting a 4.2. You can see that happening there. This is actually happening inside the Himalayan mountains that have protected India. India has 3.4 trillion people in that little shithole. And China has 3.3 billion people, right? So, between China and India, they have, 6.3 billion people out of the world's population right here in this little bitty spot. It's so scary. It is so scary. Around Indonesia, there's some big quakes and a lot of volcanoes awakening here. In Indonesia and up through the Philippines. We're going to look at some small quakes Here we have a 5-3. There's Zealandia rising there. We're going to do it quick tonight, guys. We're going to show you all the continent. Look at one of my older videos to figure it out. And look at New Zealand, just off the skidizzle. Look at, what? Hawaii. That's Kilauea and Honolulu. They're going off. Magma is moving everywhere. And you can see all that tension around the North American, Pacific, Eurasia, and Indonesia plate here, where there's two disconnections in the plate boundaries. There's more pressure on those 4 plate boundaries than anywhere on the globe, according to the USGS. All right. Well, we can see that there's no connection here in Taiwan. Big problems. Quit building nuclear facilities if you cannot reclaim them. Reclaim means bring them back to where they were before you started your construction. I've never, ever seen a nuclear facility reclaimed. Have you? All right. A lot of activity around the Philippines, around Indonesia here. That's all magma movement. You can see all of the volcanoes in heavy eruption, mild eruption, and awakening in yellow. And we see New Zealand, or Zealandia rising, New Zealand just popping off here. We're about to bail from this. I just wanted to show y'all. I always called it. Did I not? I kind of like it when y'all think I'm wrong, because my information comes from a source that is never wrong. The Aegean Sea. Let me put something on for you guys. So the Aegean Sea is in between Turkey and Greece, and that's where, these are, I'll show you. Why talk when you show you? These are all volcanic islands here, and it looked like they had a lot of earthquakes, but really, there's a lot more volcanic islands here than there are earthquakes. And my Beeble, Cyprus, owned by the U.S. government. There's a RAF base, England, UK base on it. When all the pressure, I can't believe what this place turned into. This used to be the best street in the country. I almost want to become a vigilante. And I'm close, trust me. All right. Well, heck. Let's see if we can get a plate out of this. Well, we won't worry about it. Look, guys, these are all volcanic islands. One of the islands in the Bible here is going to create, it's going to be a 10.0, create a tsunami. And what I wanted to show you guys is this plate boundary right here. You'll see it now, but it only formed this year. It's not 100% formed. And all the energy will move into the Aegean Sea, and that 10.0, which is 10 times as strong as the 9.9. The strongest earthquake we've ever recorded was a 9.6, wiped out Chile, a town in Chile with a tsunami, not the earthquake, over 100,000 people. The biggest earthquake wipeout we've ever had was, of course, the Clinton deal in Haiti, right? 345,000 people. Mostly kids, right? Mostly kids, as usual. They'll get theirs. Guys. All right, around Mount Spur, Mount Hayes, we see a lot of activity here. Anchorage, Alaska. 50% of the state is right inside. I'll kind of show you. It's right there on the tip. That's Anchorage right there. This is Mount Spur, Mount Hayes. A lot of people say that there's aliens in those damn hills. What are all these dots on the bottom of the ocean? I think you guys know what they are. Those guys are seamounts or volcanoes. If you'll ever want to know what to eat, wow, look at Yellowstone. Very impressive. We're going to go ahead and pull up the Yellowstone seismographs. I haven't done this in a while, but got to now. Wow. That's all I can say. So I don't really see anything on the Yellowstone seismographs. We'll go back and see if this is really in Green River or Yellowstone. Zoom in here. All right, that's Mount Rainier. It's a little flank of Mount Rainier. That's St. Helens. That's Adams. That's Hood. This is actually Mount Olympic. This is Mount Glacier. So we've got a lot of quakes, but nothing substantial there. We will move in for a quick Mount Cobb. That will be Calpine's geothermal unit right there on Clear Lake Volcanic Range. And if y'all will guess how many quakes, if you worked at the plant there, you had to deal with in the last 24 hours. My guess is going to be not that many at all. I'm going with 18. 18. Y'all let me know. This is Clear Lake. This is the Clear Lake Volcanic Range here. The city of Clear Lake here. And this is Geyser's geothermal plant right here. There's 19 drilling bits or wells into Cobb Mountain, which has magma right under the surface, right? The other biggest one was in Iceland, the Reykjanes volcano. And gosh, guys, if y'all saw my video, they pulled the last man out of that. As I can't believe his boots did not melt as the platform below him melted. I'm talking about less than 10 seconds. Less than 10 seconds. I'm guessing he was burned. Okay? What are we dealing with? 27. Whoa. No, there's no protons. The mic's wrong. Don't live in the wrong world, Mike. This is your proton count right here. Wrong. Wrong. There's not even nothing. Wrong. Sorry, I love you. Love you, Mike, but sorry. Wrong. All right. We're going to take a quick look around. I want y'all to kind of step back and look at Yellowstone. Do y'all see the magma or lava flow from Yellowstone's last eruption? The big thing here is Wawa Springs. It's a shill volcano. They say it's a much shallower depth than Yellowstone, Snake River, or any of the Cascades, or any of the so many rodsters out there. Did I tell y'all some guy almost challenged me outside? I'm carrying a 45 with 22 ACP rounds. He said, "Do you fucking live here?" I said, Yeah, I was being nice. I had 3 grocery bags in my left hand, keys in my right, head towards my house. I said, yes, sir. What's the problem? He said, well, I just need you to drive 5 miles an hour when you're in my parking lot. I said, look, bro, go fuck yourself. Those exact words. I said, if you let your dog, he said, hey, my dog's trying to get away from me. I said, if he gets away, I'm going to shoot his ass, then I'm going to shoot you. Right? That's exactly what I told him. I didn't brandish anything. I'm not going to break any laws. I'm just telling him the facts of what's about to happen. And, of course, he's one of the illegal aliens that's not working here. Somehow they come up with $2,600, $2,700, $2,800 for rent. You know what? I now have a car and I put loudspeakers on it. I really didn't. And I go around my condominiums in the nicest zip code in the U.S. Pack your bags! Deportations are coming! I'd like to. Trust me, I'd like to. Boy, I said, I did say, do you know where you are? I said, this ain't California, boy. He thought he was going to intimidate, and I'm not really looking like an old man, but he thought he was going to intimidate me. It got to the point where it almost went bad. It would have been bad for me too, so I'm glad it did not. But what a jackass. Some illegal alien who he knows who I am. He knows he's the first one who's out of here. All right, fire map coming out of Canada. These fires are, if you don't like it, I give a fuck, okay? I've been dealing, y'all deal with a couple thousand, 10,000 a month. We deal with 1 million a day, right? And you know what? The thing is I don't know if he didn't see I was 6'2", 240 pounds, or if he thought I was old. I'm not quite sure. After I passed him, he followed me back, and I was worried to get out of the car. I actually always have locked and loaded guns on me, right? I don't fuck around. Half second of jaw. And I got out of the car, and I felt bad about having the keys in my right hand. I was going to throw them in the bag and wait till I got to my house, right? Because someone had parked in my space illegally, which I'm used to. And I said, hey, howdy. Just trying to be nice, because we're from Texas, right? And then he walked all the way back to where I had to park. Shit, I won't lie to you, I was scared. So I was locked and loaded. I've got about a half second draw. There's no way anyone can draw faster on point than me. Unless you've trained thousands of days in your life, right? And then maybe. He said, howdy. But he was illegal alien. I already knew that just by looking at him. And I just kept walking. He said, hey, stop. And I stopped. I almost dropped my shit. I turned around and said, what do you need? He said, do you even live here? I said, yeah, I live here. I've lived here for 5 years, jackass. I said, where do you live? Like I don't know, right? Like I don't know. He said, yeah, I know you live here. You need to slow down here. This is like 10:30 at night, right? 10:30 at night. He said my dog could have gotten away and could have gotten hit. I did not say, I will shoot your fucking dog and you piece of shit. Get out of my country. But that's what came to mind. I didn't say it, though. I didn't say it. Give me props. Give me props, peeps. All right, we got a big fire up here. Still 89,000 acres packed trail. My mom keeps warning me about this. Tiff's probably interested in this. And look over yonder. Gosh, they only have it as 100. That's the Catskills Mountain. Look at the volcanoes coming into this area here. Catskills Mountain is all under a red flag warning. These are the Catskill Mountains, I guess, and this is the big fire everyone's been talking about. It's almost out. 127 acres. I could pee on that fire and make it go out, okay? 500 acres, 6% out. Y'all can see this work up. But a bunch of pussies up in the Northeast. Nothing but pussies. Excuse my French, ladies. So very few. We've had snow, mixed precipitation, lots of rain. We do have this fire here. Let's see if it's contained, 100% contained. They're all contained. This one's probably not going to be contained. Nope. The mountain incident, already 15,000 evacuations. I did a video on it yesterday. It's a big fire. Big fire. That's Wawa Springs right there. Let's go into LA. Everything here in orange and red are brand new fires they set today. These two fires are out. Bridge and line incident are out. Airport incidents out. These are all fires they set today. This is an ongoing huge fire in Ventura, California, Ventura County. The mountain incident yesterday had taken 385 homes, damaged 88 more. Those numbers are old. Let's go on further. Let's go on further, shall we? Yeah, and that, you know what? That's the deal. I'm so glad, Mike, that didn't turn into a confrontation, because I've been thinking about it for a day and a half now. And, you know, I was ready, right? I said I only drove 10 feet, and I've lived between, I said, sir, I was so nice. I said, you could see my headlights waiting at the gate as they opened, while then you tried to take your dog across the street, and I still let you go, right? I was very, very nice. But still, I would have killed him and his dog, just so you guys know. I mean, I wouldn't have even hesitated. I'd rather be judged by 6, or judged by 12 than care by 6. But he didn't get that. And I'm so glad that Mike said that. I tried to de-escalate it. And I was, sir, no, sir. He thought maybe I was old. He was young. But you know what? God made men. Sam Colt made men equal. Period. Sam Colt. I've got a little Colt on me, right? Sometimes I do. With pearl handles. So if it's your last thing you see, at least you'll, be blessed, right? So everything in yellow and red is a fire here, guys. Everything in red and white is a fire ongoing from yesterday or the day before, period. Mike, your comment was the best, because I was so glad that I was able to de-escalate it. You know? I mean, what could the outcome have benefited either one of us? After he passed me and was going the other way, he turned around and went to my parking space. So when I got in my truck, I was scared shitless. I won't lie. So I took the safety out my gun, And I did have keys in my right hand, which I never should have. I should have just thrown them in the food bag, right? Should have thrown them in the food bag. And when I figured out, I made it all the way to almost my house. When he started questioning me, do you even live here? Do you even live here? Exact words. And I did say, yes, sir, which I shouldn't have. I should have said, fuck you, and started blasting him, right? Not really. I said, yes, sir, is there a problem? He said, well, you came in the gate. I said, well, actually the gate takes about 5 minutes to open. You could have seen my lights before that, and you brought your dog over there. He said, my dog could get loose any moment. I said, well, your dog is going to die then. Die. I didn't tell him he was next, but he was. He was. I know where the cameras are. This is air quality. We've got some fires going on here. All of the Central Valley is full of PM 2.5. And if y'all are Hispanic and you're worried about being deported and you want to report me, ha ha! You're being deported! Ha ha! See how quiet my neighbors are now? I went and told them, I said, if y'all keep making the noise and throwing trash on the street and in my yard, you're going to be the first to be deported. All of a sudden, they became complete angels. It's a Christmas miracle, right? It's a Christmas fucking miracle. So tired of trash. All right, let's watch PM 2.5, the deadliest particulate, which we were just looking at, known to man. You can see I'm being recorded. My other computer told me that. All right, so we have a hurricane that's going to come down here, going to do a loop-de-loop, and come back into the Gulf. It's going to be a freak show, okay? A freak show. This is going to happen very, very quickly here. Look, they won't take night. They think that when you're nice, it's a sign of weakness. For me, I'm just being nice, right? I mean, I'm just being nice, but you take it for what you want to take it. And, hey, I've brought the police out here 5 times. I brought the management out here 10 times. And so if anything goes down, I'm pretty sure how my friends and family in Montgomery County are going to rule, right? I recorded them doing their shit for over 120 minutes. 120 minutes of straight recording. Imagine some people that aren't even U.S. citizens thinking they're having a party, throwing shit on the street, yelling, just being total jackasses, right? And they must have found out where the best zip code was in the U.S. But you know what? I told them the other day in Spanish, I said, I'm going to deport all you motherfuckers. Oh, and now I got to watch, even if they destroy my SUV, I don't really care, right? But I do have to watch myself because I have a 13-year-old daughter. Period. It's about period of it, too. About had enough of them all. All right, that's the old, believe it or not, that's the cyclone that hit Taiwan, if y'all remember. We've been tracking it ever since. See how it's spinning counterclockwise? That's a subtropical low, right? Let's put this in motion. I want y'all to see, and we're going to have to steal some paid-for information, I guess. Dr. Joey in Washington State's going to get hit really hard. Northern California's going to get really hard tonight into tomorrow, Wednesday. And we have a northeasterly, but it's pretty much going to stay offshore. Still spinning as a subtropical low. Look at this thing. That's a high. Look at this. Never seen a storm this big in my life. Now look, there's the hurricane. Watch it bounce. Just watch it bounce and go north. It's about to go north. Guess where it's going to hit? Florida. And I'm always right, just so you'll know. That hurricane right there is going to hit Florida. Now watch. I'm not going to be able to play it all the way through. But it's going to bounce off. It's going to come around and turn into a Category 5. Mark my words. I just called it. Always right on the trading floor. A Category 5 hitting Florida. Hitting Florida. Mark my words. They show nothing. I don't know what happened in the National Weather Service. It's very, very sad here. That's the northeasterly up here. Very, very sad. Look, you can hit right here. Just hit it. And look. Look. There's special weather and hazard weather, and they don't show up on the map. What happened? Did I expose them too much? What the hell happened? I could pick anywhere on the map, and they're not showing real-time events anymore, which is total bullshit. All right. This is today, guys. That is a wintry mix, and that's some heavy snow possible. You can see how that moves over. You can see this. It says low, 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 because actually it's a low, but they have it in blue. They have it in blue. That's going to be what protects us from this hurricane the first time. It's going to dissipate, and the hurricane's going to be back into the Gulf. It's actually going to hit land, and mark my words, on Thursday or Friday of the coming week. Okay? The coming week. Y'all heard me? Did I stutter? Did the short bus people get it? So we see some problems happening over here in the Northeast. They're used to it. Very freezing rain possible. Very little problems. Tiffany's in the clear. I only have about 3 people I care about in New York after what I've seen. All right, we're gonna put it in play. Now look, guys. I'm gonna jeopardize the channel to show y'all something, but that's who and what I am. Why is this acting like this? All right, let me refresh it. Wow. I was trying to show y'all. Let's see if I can grab it again and redo it. Lots of love, guys. Not my fault. You know that. All right, we got it right now. I don't know what happened. All right, watch this. Look at this northeasterly. Hit Washington State. Hit parts of BC. Hit California here. And not northeasterly, excuse me. Subtropical low, pretend like it's a high. That's a northeasterly, but it's spinning the wrong way. Spinning the wrong way. Look at the coast here. Look at the coast. But look, what do we see down here? What do we see bouncing off? Central America, Ecuador, and El Salvador. It's going right into the Gulf. It's going to actually turn into a Category 5 hurricane. And mark my words, I'm right. Mark my words, I'm right. Now, I don't want to steal information from them, but the storm actually comes up into the Gulf with 145 to 60 mile per hour winds, hits Florida again. And this going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday of not this week, okay? Not this week, not in 2 days, but next week. And as it approaches, I will show y'all what's going on, okay? I will. I'm trying to keep it cool. So, even the Jet Propulsion Laboratory said that there's something bad going on, all right? It's a wobble, obviously, and this month it got worse than ever before, and we're going to see where that brings us. I'm not quite sure. These are the tracks from Wildfires Hurricane. It spends a lot of time down here. By the time it gets into the Gulf, it's a Category 4 or 5, and it does take a hard right here. You trust in me. I already know where it's going to hit. I don't make the stuff up. Someone gives it to me. And it's not a weatherman. I want everyone in Tampa and the Gulf Coast of Florida to really, really be aware here. This will be a late hit here. We're actually going to add 10 days. We're talking about the landfall on the 22nd. That's what day the landfall is going to happen. On the Gulf Coast of Florida. Period. Y'all figure it out pretty quick. You probably just got the best forecast you ever gotten in your life. 99 low. Trey said that's exactly what's going to happen. My friend has a paid for service, so I use his service. I can't use it for the presentation because it's not commercial, but it takes it into Florida as a Cat 4 or 5 on not Thursday this week, Thursday in 9 days. 9 days. And Miss Teresa already knew this. I've discussed it with her. So it's building out there, FYI. And this is the infrared satellite. Let's see if it's even spinning the right way here. I love coffee. I drink 2 cups of coffee a day, probably the 6 to 8 ounce styrofoam cups. And it helps my voice because I use it so much. That hot helps my voice. It gets so worn out. I never knew it would happen, but after a few years, it did. All right, same with water vapor. Let's look for a rotation here. I would be looking for a rotation the opposite way it's going, and that's not what we're seeing. You want me to show you? Oh, I hate to show you all this because I've already seen it. Y'all gonna hate this. Go ahead and say I hate James. 2 beams. See if they're still beaming. They were beaming all day. One coming out of here, one coming out of Guantanamo Bay, right here. And one coming out of the little Netherlands Islands here. Now, we don't see them right now, but we will. I watched them all day long. I should have shown them to you guys. I didn't know that this was going to be in play, but obviously it is more than in play. So, I showed y'all the weather center near Guantanamo, but I just can't find it over here. There's a lot of overlays with clouds. My apologies. Yep, you're right. That's one of the volcanoes I actually did a report on. I've been following, and that's why I said that Russia's being pretty good with their information. Kind of like they're at the ISS fake with us during this time of war. It's kind of silly, isn't it? We're going to actually, we're going to take we're going to actually do a chapter for Miss Teresa, and we might continue after that, but we'll see what happens, guys. You want to see some? You want to see it? What the hell just happened? Something broke here. Look, see the black? Something broke on the chat screen. Something broke on the, look, see the black? See the black? Look at the byproduct. It's like it's eating black and shitting brown, right? All right. I see Tiffany, I'm at the super chat. I'm at the super chat. I think it's broken. You must hit the wrong button. I love you, sweetie. Tiffany is, look how much black they laid down in front of this. She's my favorite. James Kaufman, World News Report today. Who am I speaking with?
Good evening, it's Teresa.
Hey, Miss Teresa, how are you?
I'm good, honey. How are you?
You know what? I feel tired. I feel like I've been fighting the world. But I'm fine. Nothing, bad. Except for KK. And, KK woke up finally. She finally woke up. I just pray that it's not too late, right? Now she wakes up at 6 in the morning doing all of her work. Everything's turned in by 10. I just pray it's not too late. So we'll see what happens there.
Where's that storm at?
That's a bit. See how they're feeding it?
I do. Where is it?
All right, that's going to be Kansas. And I'll show you where you are.
Damn.
So this is where you are. Right here in the kind of, I call it a reservoir of the Mississippi River. But they're actually seeding this storm here, guys. The way, and in front of it, I want to show you in front of it as well. The way you know they're seeing it is you'll see black patches, which is electricity out in front, like here and here. And when the storm hits that, you'll see irregular lightning. Out the back end, you'll see, look here, brown. And then this is even a better example up here. And Miss Teresa's learned this. We've all learned together. It's not like I'm a wizard, right?
We have learned together a lot.
Yeah, it's not like I'm a wizard. I just keep my eyes open like you guys do, and if someone says something to me, I look into it, right?
And we thank you and appreciate you.
Well, we love Miss Teresa for our readings every night. Everyone looks for, at least I look forward to it for my whole day. You know what? I feel like my dad, he was so, I actually knew a Bible verse the other day. He was so, how did you learn that? I was like, well, we actually study the Bible for a few minutes every night. And maybe that's all it takes, right? Maybe you should put more time into it than that. But you know what? If you keep on keeping on, well, I believe that we're learning a lot.
I think so too.
Yes, ma'am. I think we are. And I think,
I'm happy about it.
you know what? It's our joint venture together. We're not getting paid, but it's our joint venture together. If we could be growing some corn or selling some oil, we could be getting paid. But this is probably more important, right? All right, Miss Teresa, I'm going to let you, as always.
I got 1 Corinthians
Always the hardest one to spell. All right.
1 in front of Corinthians.
1.
CORINTHIANN.
All right, bad version, guys. My apology. There's our version right there. Does your start, Paul, called to be an apostle of Christ Jesus by the will of God? Or no?
I moved my page. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'm getting it. I'll get it. I'll get it.
Everyone expects me to do things so quickly, and I realize everything takes time. Everything.
Slow and steady is how I roll.
Well, hey, everything worth having takes time. Worth knowing takes time, period. So, this is what I have, and if it's too soon, tell me.
No, you're good. You're good. To the church of God in Corinth, to those sanctified in Christ Jesus and called to be holy, together with all of those everywhere who call on the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, their Lord and ours. Grace and peace to you from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Thanksgiving. I always thank God for you because of his grace given you in Christ Jesus, for in him you have been enriched in every way, in all of your speaking and in all of your knowledge, because our testimony about Christ was confirmed in you. Therefore, you do not lack any spiritual gift as you eagerly wait for our Lord Jesus Christ to be revealed. He will keep you strong in the end so that you will be blameless on the day of our Lord Jesus Christ. God, who has called you into fellowship with his Son, Jesus Christ our Lord, is faithful. Divisions. I appeal to you, brothers, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that all of you agree with one another, so that there may be no divisions amongst you, and that you may be perfectly united in mind and in thoughts. My brothers, Some from Chloe's household have informed me that there are quarrels amongst you. What I mean is this. One of you says, I follow Paul. Another one says, I follow Apollos. Another one says, I follow Cephas. And another one, I follow Christ. Is Christ divided? Was Paul crucified for you? Were you baptized into the name of Paul? I am thankful that I did not baptize any of you, except for Crispus and Gaius, so that no one can say that you were baptized into my name. Yes, I also baptized the household of Stephanas. Beyond that, I don't remember if I baptized anyone else. For Christ did not send me to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with words of human wisdom, lest the cross of Christ be emptied of his power. Christ, the wisdom of power of God. For this message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing. But us who are being saved is a power of God. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, the intelligence of the intelligent, and I will frustrate. Where is the wise man? Where is the scholar? Where is the philosopher of this age? Has not God made him foolish? The wisdom of the world? For since in the wisdom of God, the world through its wisdom did not know him, God was pleased through the foolishness of what was preached to save those who believe. Jews demanded miraculous signs, and Greeks looked for wisdom. But we preach Christ crucified, a stumbling block to Jews, and the foolishness to Gentiles. But to those whom God has called, both Jews and Greeks, Christ the power of God and the wisdom of God. For the foolishness of God is wiser than man's wisdom, and the weaknesses of God is stronger than any man's strength. Brothers, think of what you were when you were called. Not many of you were wise by human standards. Not many of you were influential. Not many were noble birthed, but God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. God chose the weak things of the world to shame the strong. He chose the lowly things of this world and despised things were not, to nullify the things that are, so that no one may boast before him. It is because of him that you are in Christ Jesus, who has become for us wisdom from God. That is our righteousness, our holiness, and our redemption. Therefore, as it is written, let him who boasts, boast in the Lord. Amen.
God bless. I want to say something. I want everyone to take and think about what I'm saying here. Take a second, if you can, in silence where you're at, and start to pray. You don't have to pray out loud. Actually, I don't pray out loud, but I want you to manifest or think about, and don't be selfish. That's the most important thing. Manifest or think about what you want to happen within your life and the people that you love around you. And let me promise you, I'm going to promise you this right now, and I don't make any promises that don't come true. Do I? These promises will come true. Okay? So I'm going to take a second, and it's going to be a 10 count. And I'm not going to count it out, but let's all take 10. And I want Miss Tracy to do it as well, because everyone's got people that we need to prop up or or situations that we need to make right, or whatever it is, let's all, right now, starting now, take 10 seconds of our life, 10 seconds, and do just that. All right. I hope that wasn't too long for anyone, but
Amen.
oh man, let me just tell y'all, it's the most important thing you can do every single day of your life. It has changed my life. You can manifest anything you want to, unless you're
No limit. There's no limit.
unless you're greedy and selfish. I want to add that, okay?
We don't want to be greedy or selfish, but there's no limit.
Well, some people do.
If it be thy will, amen.
And I love that follow-up. Maybe I should put that in my prayer. But let me tell y'all, what I do, 99.99999% of it has always come to fruition. I don't beg. Someone said I beg. I'm propped up every morning with a task. And hopefully some people get it. Yes, I get discouraged when people don't get it. And when people call me a liar, I feel like if y'all read about the prophets, they call them liars too. And they got mad too. It's not just me, right?
The most important thing, I think, is to remember that God is faithful. And we can trust him to do what he has promised us and to keep us all strong as we need to be when we need to be till the end.
And I know you were probably live with me last night when I blew up. But it's because, and then someone said, we don't care about your time.
No, I wasn't.
You won't lie? You should have been.
I turned into a pumpkin, right away. I mean, Frank says I'm asleep before my head hits my pillow.
I went live about the people accusing me of making up Volcanoes' letter. I had the real letter in Italian. I paid Fever to translate it. I had 2 other American translators.
My dear, you know what's truth.
No, but
nothing else should bother you.
You know what?
It doesn't matter.
When Edie and George call me a liar, Edie.
I told you, because you care for them, because they're people that you have spoke with, talked with, shared stories with, been a part of our lives for years.
I sent them money, I sent them gifts, I sent them everything, like Joan does to everybody, but that doesn't matter. The fact that they didn't realize that I would never...
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't.
I mean, I would have to be a genius to make that shit up. Okay? More than a genius to make that shit up, and I was hurt. And I probably went overboard last night.
That's exactly what it is. I was hurt.
I want to apologize to everybody about my overboardness last night, but remembering this, if y'all would just hit the description, I had 3 sources in the description, and I was reported.
On every video, it's always there.
I'm the only person on YouTube. Tiffany said I wasn't today. She said, God, she checked me while we were live. We're talking today. She said, God, you're right. You're the only one that sources everything. But you know what? These people wouldn't even hit the source button. They reported me. I got reported 5 times to YouTube for disinformation. It's a really bad scene, okay? Now I'm having to fight them.
Well, we're going to ask them to move on then. If they're those kinds of people, we don't want them here. Move along.
Do you not think I took care of that? But
I believe you did.
I was not rude. I didn't question them. When I went to their channels, they had 0 subscribers. They were all blocked. Remember that. Anybody with any kind of wherewithal, if they're going to speak the words they spoke to me, I spent the extra time making sure the Italian version.
The devil is very busy right now.
But
that's why there's so much division. And it's so important. It's so important just to put up that protection and stay in prayer, stay in love. It doesn't affect you. It keeps on going because it knows.
Miss Teresa, you don't realize I never mentioned it took 4 hours to get it done until last night. And as soon as I did, someone attacked me. We don't care about your effing time. That's the exact words. You're a scumbag.
Please look at that every time you see it. This is a test.
You know what? I didn't even never mention my time until people call me a liar. And you know what? Just because I'm always first, right? Always am I.
It's not true. It doesn't matter. It's just words that are not true.
But Miss Teresa, you realize being first is hard, okay? Being the first person to have the letter is hard, okay? It's hard.
I can only imagine. I don't know. I can't speak on it because I don't know.
Well, you could read the replies that made me feel like I was some kind of scumbag. And then, if you watched the live last night where I addressed you guys, somebody called me a scumbag. Oh, well, of course they're not on the channel anymore, but I just want to say, the people that subscribe to this channel realize I would never make up. That would have been the best story. Y'all don't know this, but there were about 6 Bible quotes in that speech, and they had references to Bible quotes, and I manually took them out. Okay? So you people should be ashamed of yourselves. Well, or not. I don't care, really. But, you know what? I thought everything was going good, and last night I took my shower, and before I took my shower, I said,
"Be not discouraged.
I'm not
Don't
discouraged.
have any doubt."
I love Donna. You know, Donna, when you give people memberships, it's so positive. I love you. And, you know, I have no doubt, Miss Teresa, what I doubt of is that people wouldn't see the follow-up, right? We had a lot of people come out, contribute to the channel, say, James, we know you're not lying. That's not in my repertoire, okay? I can give you 20, you know, George Coggins is one of them. I won't lie to you. He won't even take my call anymore after I was through with him. He said, I've become Catholic now, and this is blasphemy. It might be because, you know what? He was discommunicated from the church. But
we just have to pray for them, okay? We keep them in our prayers. We lift them up, and we hope and pray for them.
But to work as hard as I did to get that out, it's tough. I won't lie, Miss Teresa. And I'm on your team, Trust me. So I've actually let that go. You have to actually let things go to move on in life.
You really do.
Yeah, so I've let all that go.
And you really have to say it doesn't have anything to do with me. It's what they are dealing with.
Oh,
It's all on them. What they say is them. It is not you.
and you know what? When I tried to tell George Coggins that, and I didn't even want nothing from him, just the fact that he called me a lier, whatever.
Because he knows the words that are going to stab you and hurt the most and have a hard time getting over, and you're going to keep on ruminating about those words, because those words that he spoke to you were the most hurtful words you could have heard.
It's only because I didn't only take the Italian version. I took 2 English versions. I paid for the effing Italian version to be
Somehow you have to allow, just allow, that it's not about me, and I allow.
Well, I allow, okay, but at some
No buts.
at some level, I don't think that
I
people.
know. I think this is a man or a masculine, feminine thing. It really, really is, because I have the same discussions with my husband.
But
I really do. I really do.
I mean, me and Frank should go on vacation.
Oh, you guys would have a great time.
Fishing for sure, right? I could bring him to a boat, 160 fish a night.
You would have a great time. He's a great man.
Well, I already knew.
Credits that to me, by the way.
Ma'am, give you all the credit and the love in the world. Did you see the crazy women?
For this man.
No, you got so lucky. I
I
mean,
really did.
you did. I won't lie.
I'm going to say goodnight, and I'm sending much, much love.
Much love. I know I'm bitching too much.
You're all right. You're okay. You're okay. Shake it off. Give it to God. Take care of this. I can't deal with it. This is just hurting me feelings, man.
I don't care about my feelings though.
I should do. Love you. Good night.
Lots of love. All right. Love, Miss Teresa. Always a gem in the rough of the world here. All right. Dinah, you bought some memberships. God bless you. You know what? When you do that, it really makes me happy. I won't lie to you. We're going to take calls for a few moments. It's early. Love for Donna to call. They won't even let me talk to her. I'm going to try to call her. If you haven't called here in some time, let's see. I think Joan was probably asleep. All right. Hey, now, if anyone wants to call in, I'll give you my platform, as I always do. All you have to do is leave your number, and I won't block my number either. I've had it since '88. It is... That's it. Let's see where the @ is. Now, all you have to do, if you live in the U.S., I can't afford on my plan to call outside of the U.S. It's World News Report today with 2 T's, right? 2 T's. And if you want to call, we can still, if you're foreign, like, from Australia, we can still work it out. Trust me. As long as I realize that you're legit, I'll give you the number to call in on. If you send your cell phone number that's not a Google number there, it will be run through Google to make sure it's not a Google number. We'd love to give you my platform that does this month 1 million views so that you can be heard if you have something to do or something to explain or say, right? That's what and who we are here. We're all kind of together in this right here. We've had nothing, no flares. I keep checking on everything for you guys. No earthquakes. Look, nothing whatsoever. Nothing. A 4-4. Why was it marked red? That's so wild. Usually tsunami. And we will hit Twitter. If anyone wants to call in with something to say, please do. We love everyone's opinion here, and what I've tried to do is make my platform your platform, right? So I've tried to do. Well, listen to Pierce. I hate Pierce Morgan. Personally, I hate him. Maybe you guys don't, but we'll listen to him and see if anyone comes back into the chat and gives a thumbs up, i.e., you left your number at worldnewsreporttoday@gmail.com.
They said that it was 4 million that died in Auschwitz, and then they said it was down to 1 million, so they've revised the figure.
Well, how many people do you think were killed in the Holocaust?
71,000 that died in Auschwitz.
How many do you think were killed in the Holocaust?
I don't know, but I would bet my entire net worth that it was under 6 million.
Again, I simply ask you, Dan, what's the motivation for making claims like that? What do you stand to gain by trying to diminish what happened in World War II?
I'm just answering your question. I mean,
no weapon shall prosper. Watch my follow-up and how angry I am about people that question what I am and who I work for. I retired a multimillionaire. I won't lie to you guys, right? Of course, the divorce took all that money away. But you know what? I only work for one person, and he always makes sure I have enough. Just like Jerome says, same deal.
I'm a gambler, so if I think that something is a low probability, then I would bet on it. And I don't know for a fact, but the evidence all says that it was less than 6 million. I mean, just the mathematics don't work. Like, you can't cremate that many bodies. Like the whole gas chamber thing, it's a very ineffective way to kill people. So when people have researched this and they've done the due diligence, they said it's mathematically impossible.
You see, I'm sorry, but I just find that unbelievably offensive, and I'm not even Jewish.
I would too. Follow all today. Follow. Y'all get it yet? Followed. This jackass, I can't let go. Do y'all believe that P. Diddy is in now a cell next to the women and invited into the women's cells with Sam Bankman-Fried? What is going on there? Why do the feds raid it? What was the real deal? Why did all the celebrities sell out to Kamala? Right? Let's get someone in there quick. If Trump wants to know, hire me. I'll work for free. Give me a spot at your hotel and food and dry cleaning. I don't think there's anything else I need. And hey, I'll teach you everything because I have been on all their computers. All of them. And they're trash. All of them are. Boy, are these people out of line. Look at these total losers. Is she drinking the day again? At least wait till 9 p.m. like me. Look, that's her hubby right there. I can tell by his shoes. A fucking ped. The Pope that you heard from me is not a Jesuit Pope. He was discommunicated from the church in 2022 for his first letter. Actually, he was discommunicated because he was holding the people that did the pedos accountable. Let's go to your page. Let's make sure you're good people. It's not anything meant to be rude, okay? Nothing meant to be rude. I'm just tired of always. Hell, I had you as a moderator. But let's see if you're real or just. Alright. You're right, Samal, right? I get it. I like what you have to say. I won't lie. And hey, if you go on my channel, should I not be able to go into yours? I'm just asking what you think.
If you're running ads on TikTok, Facebook, Google ads, I'm about to prove to you that you're missing out on potentially 30, 50, 100% increases in revenue with no changes to your business, simply by not doing this one thing.
Hey guys, my name is Shar. I'm a professional numismatist and note-fillist. I've been dealing with numismatic coins and note-fill banknotes for over 5 years professionally. My shop was Quality Coins until the pandemic happened. And of course, like everybody's business, things took a hit until GameStop happened. That's right.
You got 19 subscribers?
I was too late for that. And I don't know a lot about stocks, but I do know a lot about coins. I never thought that I would add cryptocurrency to my list of coins.
Bye, Felicia. I'm not going to kick you off the channel like I regularly do. I won't do that, but laugh out loud is all I can say. You should be right here. You should feel comfortable. Boy. It's all fake. Kobe lost his life after this bullshit. Right? That's what's most important, guys. Most important thing, Kobe. What's up, Adrian Campbell? You want to call in and shoot the shit? Let me know. We'll do Twitter now. You know me. Look at Jay Campbell. He's looking mean. Gosh, he's so much bigger than I remember him. But his legs aren't big. Your power comes from your legs. I heard that Mike Tyson is on the 18th. I've got it live here on the channel. It's going to be 5 days away. I've got live coming here on the channel. And it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. I'll do a poll. And we'll look at Vegas odds after that. Screw this. I should do this as a separate video, but I'll do it. Now I'm gonna do Vegas odds now. Guys, I'm not a nice person. It's not why I get paid. Alright, now we're going to do Vegas odds, poly markets. Let's get some real odds. I can give you all the real odds. Alright, let's see what we got. Close this bullshit up. Cause that bullshit. Let's move to the left a little bit. Look for poly odds. How about just Vegas odds? So it's US. So we can vote on this. We could not vote, so I had to go to a special deal. What are y'all thinking? Y'all got it? Odd Shark. Some of my favorite ones. Alright, Sportsbook. That is Caesars. Vegas Insider. Alright, let's go look. Let's go look. So, Jake Paul is heavily favored in this mofo. 69.7% chance of victory. So, Jake Paul is heavily favored in this, according to Odd Sharks, and they do a really good job. I won't lie to that. I like Tyson, but, like it's not putting my money up. Jake Paul, negative 275. You bet $100, you win 275. Heavily favored on Sportsbook, owned by Caesars Palace. Heavily favored. I've got that live here, guys, non-monetized on the 18th of the month. It's going to be a shit show. So, I guess the youngster, he did get big, I won't lie. I don't know if they're not drug testing or what, but I wouldn't put anything past either one of them. Either one of them. Either one of them. Alright, here we go again. It says Vegas Insider. More odds. He'll be 58 during the fight. I'm 57, so I know. I'm not scared of anybody. I've been in 250 fights plus. I've lost one fight against 5 people with rings on. So it's not what you think it is. Trust me. Paul, negative 250 today. Tyson plus 200. So if anyone wants to bet on Tyson, $100 will get you $300, right? Well, $10 will get you $30, Tiff. For the smaller bettors in the world. You know what? At some level, I would be afraid, especially as a YouTuber, to fight Mike Tyson. This guy used to rob people. He's not your normal boxer. He's got a go switch. Once that go switch goes on, it's go time. I know you'll understand that, right? You're great. No weapon shall prosper. We love you. Always invited back to my channel. You've done nothing wrong. All right? Nothing wrong. You're a stand-up person and a believer. So I hope you heard that. I don't know if you did. You made no one mad, and we have nothing but love for you. Everyone, give her a thumbs up in the chat over there so she knows. We're just a little bit meanos, right? A little bit meanos, but we love you. We love you! You didn't hear me. It will take you a few minutes to hear what I just said, but I covered you before you covered yourself. we love people like you. So God bless you. God's in your corner and our corner. So there's no reason to ever, and I'm so glad you didn't disappear or step down. Stick with the channel. You're going to learn so much here. We take everyone's opinions, everyone's concerns, everyone's worries, and we make them all into one, period. So I really hope you stuck around and heard me. God bless you, girl. I've got your back no matter what. Once I have your back, there's no, as Tiff. Once I have your back, people that went towards your house on bikes, they're doing 30 to life now. Once I have your back, there's no having your back anymore. You're fine. Just let us know what's going on, and we got this. So I actually think Tyson's going to win. Should I put money? I'm going to do a poll. A poll. Should I put $100 on Tyson or $1,000? Let's do it. Y'all are betting Tyson up there. My next poll is guys, y'all could win 300 to 100, 30 to 10, 30 to 10. And I'm in your camp, believe it or not. I think once he snaps, which he's a snapper like me, I've snapped before, okay? Once he snaps, no matter how tough Jake is, you can't take someone that snapped, especially if they have the skill set to be able to snap, right? Snap. I'm just saying, Tiffany knows me. She's seen me snap. I've covered her ass so many times, it'll make y'all think I'm a whiteboard. But, hey, I don't know. You know what? I personally am a 10th degree black belt in Shotokan. I'm in 4 or 5 sports. But I wouldn't fight either one of them. Okay? I personally wouldn't fight either one of them unless I had a pistol on me. And that wouldn't be much of a fight, would it? So, they're both badasses, if you will. I can't believe he used to be a YouTuber, and became pretty much a badass, right? Now, he's only 28, 27, 28, is that right? And that's not even his prime yet. You don't get into your prime until you're 30-something. See what YouTube has to say now. Tim, video cute. I want to sell you a bigger package. Can you go yourself? Alright. Gosh, let's see what y'all thought here. Y'all think y'all can make so much money here. Now, everyone in America thinks that Paul is going to win here. I guess, except for the smart money. I think if Homeboy snaps, which I think he will, did y'all see him beat up the number 2 boxer in the world yesterday? It is bad, man. Just FYI. So we got that live on the 18th. Wow. You people, y'all are betting on the underdog, 3-1 underdog. Put $3 on to make $10. You can do it on any. It's a legal bet anywhere in the world. Even your local bookie will take this bet. I don't know why, because my heart's with Tyson, and I just don't see the skill set coming out of Paul. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong, right? I've been wrong many times before, right? I'm just saying, man, this is serious business, period. I did see Tyson beat up one of the biggest, fastest boxers in America today. I was like, wow, is Jake Paul watching this? So, with that said, God bless, man. I'm a Tyson rooter, owner, if you will, fan. I just don't know how this is going to go. I mean, if Tyson snaps, because he's a snapper like me, if he snaps and loses, well, Tiffany said it, if he loses cool and snaps, he'll win the fight for sure, because you get into a dream state where your only concentration is a target. Let me just say it the nicest way I can. Lois, I'm sure you could whip everyone here's ass on the channel. On the channel. I'm not saying you can't. Now, I won't lie. If me and Tiffany took you on together, we could take you. Someone buy James a cup of coffee and let's listen to the buzzer go. And I can't believe I'm a Tyson fan. He's a well, a 1-3 not favorite. Jake Paul is a 1-3 favorite over Tyson, which totally is whack job deal. We're going to hold this. It's not going to be monetized. We're going to just hold it. It's going to be awesome. And hey, I will say this. I still think Tyson can take him at 58. Is that right? 58? I just don't think Homeboy has enough anger. I have so much anger in my heart. I guess you guys know, right? I have so much anger in my heart, it's hard to beat me up. I've beat up 5 people before. Did I ever tell you the story? Some van pulled me and my dad over. My dad's little Mazda. My dad was a heavyweight champion at LSU. And 11 of them came out of the van. I swear to God, I peed in my pants and on the seat because I thought they were going to beat me up next. One, he didn't even make a fist. Open hand slapped. He knocked all 11 of them out, including the driver. He came on through too. And he didn't even kick any of them. He was very he's 280, 280, 6'2.5", 6'3". Open hand slapped them. They were falling on the ditch. It was, and I was watching because I thought I was going to get mauled, right? I was probably 10 is a good guess. And they forced him over. I said, Dad, what are you stopping? And it was a van. My dad probably thought there was 4 people in the van. There was 11. No one was I'll just tell y'all, no one was standing. And my dad didn't have a scratch on him, not one single scratch. He came back, he wasn't shaking, wasn't scared at all. Sat in the car. He said, son, are you okay? I said, Dad, I think I peed my pants. Said, you're okay then. And we drove on. And that was in Memorial, the nicest zip code in America at the time. So, watch out, you little kids. You never know what you're going to get into. That's what I learned. I tried to teach this guy from last night. You never know if you're the toughest rooster in the house, right? You never know. Once I saw that, he never even made a fist. His slaps, and he did. I told my mother to fuck off. He trained me as a professional fighter, okay? Shotokan, jiu-jitsu, everything. And as I was being trained, I would never hit my parents. That's just something that you're taught to do. And I don't know if I could have taken him at that time or not. Probably I could have. But I told my mom to F off. He punched me in the stomach. I lost my breath. I was on the ground, and my mother, I couldn't breathe for it felt like 10 minutes. My mother said, I hate you to my dad. I hate you. But I told her to F off, right? Because they wanted me to help with the dishes, right? Right? Let's get it straight here. So, I'm not the kind of guy that lies. I don't have to lie. The truth's always better than the lie. Period. But what y'all need to know is, I always call my mother ma'am and yes ma'am after that. It wasn't about losing my breath. It wasn't about thinking I was going to die on the floor of the kitchen. And if they asked me to help with the dishes, I always help the dishes after that. Because you know what? I could have probably taken my father at the time. But you know what? I learned more from that than I've learned from anything in my life. I remember it every day. Every day. And I was like, why does my mom have to work 8 hours a day and then come home and be the sole dishwasher, right? That's what I started to think. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been there or if y'all ever will be there. And hey, if you haven't been, well, two shades, right? If you have been, God bless you for knowing the truth about the world. Right? If they would have paid me, but they didn't pay us. They didn't pay us. We're expected. And you know what? I say they didn't pay us, but I had the 84 IROC when it was brand new in 84. It was a crossfire injection. And then when I wrecked that one, wasn't my fault. I had the 85, 86 IROC, the tuned port IROC. So it's not like we weren't shitted on all day long. It said I was a jackass and didn't realize that my mother went to work 8 hours a day and dealt with our little asses and had to come home. And you know what? All she did was not talk to him for a month. All she did was not talk to him for a month. And I did talk to her about it. And said, hey, I apologize. And please make up with Paul. They're still married. But it's a good lesson for everyone to learn. Right? It's a great lesson for everyone to learn. Everything's not always as it appears. Period. Not happenstance. Period. So, my money is on Tyson. You know, there was another time later on in life, I was benching almost 500 pounds bench press twice. I was totally jacked up, making $4 million a year. My dad got my face. Everyone was watching out of the windows of the building. I didn't know they were. And he knew at that point I was not going to take shit. But it's not that I was not going to take shit. I was not going to take bullshit. And there's a big difference between shit and bullshit. And maybe one day you guys will live long enough to figure it out. With that said, it's the best I can do for you. Best lesson of the night. Hey, God bless. Share and subscribe. I'm for the old man. I know a lot of y'all from for Jake Paul. He's favored 3-1. $10 to get you 30. $30 to get you 100. Right now today, you can bet online. God bless. God bless, guys. They're freaking out, those. Lots of love to all y'all. Hey, we're going to do it all again tomorrow. The only left truth on the internet, unless you have to go to some screwball channel. I want to thank YouTube for letting us speak. I want to thank you guys for sticking with us, even if I get a little bit crazy. And God bless America. God bless both these fighters, Michael and Mr. Paul. I can't wait. Thank you, guys. Share, subscribe. Share, subscribe. Something from today. Always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World.